Hey there, this is Clyde here, and today I am playing the Train Sim World 3 Cajon Pass route, and this is my return journey. So let's get started before this train goes away. So I'll be taking over this train, Intermodal. So this is my return Intermodal journey after I went from this to Cajon Pass. So let us sit in the engineer's seat. That will get me this new task. So let's start this task. So now let's get started. The service is scheduled to start at 9:02. So that means we have plenty of time, like only 2 minutes. So we are going to turn on the cab signals, radio to on. Everything will be on here, crossing lights for safety reasons, by the way. When we are crossing something, emergency lights, yeah, we will keep it this to on. If you want to turn on the emergency lights, we can turn on from here as well, yeah, like this. So let's see what we have. Distributed power, which is good if you are having a helper locomotive. Fuel pump ECU to off, which is not good news, but we need that also on. Let us turn on whatever we need. Control comp on, crosswalk lights on. Okay, long hood trail, not long hood trail, this will be short hood lead. Yeah, second man heater to high, engineer heater to high. So I will not going to be talking so much, especially when I am on a journey. Maybe so. If I am not feeling like talking, so I will not gonna talk. So I will be going to the next locomotive to set everything nice and properly. Okay, so let's sit in the engineer's seat, and contrary to what people think, we have to turn off the dynamic brake. Let's turn off this as well. And step lights, we don't need the step lights, I guess so. Okay, so there is a stop at location Victorville, but we are not gonna start it that soon. Let's see the brakes, handle off and independent brake to release, which is okay. Yeah, and see the fuel pump is off, so that means our train ain't gonna move if we keep it that way. Let's keep this single intermediate unit. Control comp to. Okay, we will turn on the crosswalk lights and not number lights, by the way, because this is a center one. For safety reasons. So our goal is to stop at Victorville. I am planning to go to as far as San Bernardino. So this will be like a 2-part series. Okay, so I am going to set this thing up. Okay, heater we don't need anything else. Yeah, let's turn on the crosswalk lights. Number lights we don't need, because the lead unit will going to be showing the numbers. That will be our train number, by the way. Cab signal, we don't need that. Let's turn off the refrigerator, crossing lights, and window heater as well. We don't need window heater as well. And radio, we don't need that because we are not in a backlight. Cab fan, let's keep that to off. Distributed power, okay, we'll keep that also to off because we are not going anywhere. Emergency light, will keep that to on. As you can see, if you want to know like what you should turn on and turn off, I made another video for this. Okay, and go to the engineer's seat and let's turn off everything, including dynamic brakes. Don't worry, you won't lose the dynamic brake option. our lead locomotive will have the dynamic brake on, so nothing to worry about. Okay, heater is mid heat. Okay, won't need a heater for now, especially at the back. Let's see, crosswalk lights is on. Yeah, it's all okay. Okay, window heater to off. Step lights, we don't need a step. Let's keep that to on as well for safety reason, because it's blizzard time. Actually, when I started this scenario, it started off like that. This is the very boring part, by the way, but trust me, the interesting part is going to come soon. If you want to skip this and go ahead, you can go ahead if you want to. So let's see, let's turn on the step light because we'll need that, because that will give them visibility. Let's turn off the cab signals. We don't need that. We don't need that. Crossing lights, we need that. Window heater, we don't need that. Okay. Looks like everything has been set here and here as well. So let's go to the lead locomotive. You only have 3 locomotives here. In heavier trains you will also have 4 locomotives. You can even take over this train and you can set this thing up and let the other train engineer take over. Oh, looks like somebody is sitting here. Yeah, so let's see right now. Gauge lights, let's turn this, let's keep it off. Let's turn the generator field to on. Yeah, it's a lots of process, but trust me, everything is going to be fine. Reverser handle is there to forward. Let's see whether we have helper locomotive or not in this train. No helper locomotive, only the blinking lights on the back. So we won't need the banking comm here. Okay, sorry for the lags. I don't know why it's happening, because of, I guess, the weather. I will be getting new PC soon, I promise. Okay, so everything is all right. So let's release the automatic brakes. Okay, so I also forgot, we'll need a lead and cut-in dimmer, or we don't need that much brightness. Okay, this one goes around to 15. Okay, and this one you don't even need to save. Yeah, some locomotives like the CSX ones you see at Sandpatch grade, that one requires it. Oh, the train is moving. Let me apply the full brakes. We don't need a runaway train, by the way. That would be a very precarious situation. Let's check out the other brakes as well. I almost forgot, by the way. Yeah, I will be checking this video again, then rectify all this. I'll have to make a checklist, I guess. Okay, so this is okay. Brakes are all set. and it's quite strange, by the way. I actually chose the clear weather in dynamic weather, and the weather suddenly changed from clear to this as soon as I climbed the hill when I was hauling another intermodal freight train. Okay, this is okay. Trail cutout local, so everything is fine here, so nothing to worry about. The only thing was the lead one, so checks done. I have to do this check because once you take the ride you can't change anything, by the way, and you will have to face a lot of problem. Then you have to stop midway, then go ahead. So automatic brakes to release. Let us press 2 toots of horn. I will not be using any horn here because of one reason. This game has a glitch. If you apply too much horn, then it starts continuously playing the horn, and that is very annoying. I have seen a lot of gamers have this similar situation. Okay, so let's start the horn. To tell everyone that we are leaving. Okay, let's turn on the bell as well. I actually released independent brake quite early. I should have released it when the engine is revving at full speed. Okay, the wiper has been kept on by the previous player. Let's see if the wiper is on in every locomotive. Yeah, that doesn't look good, by the way. Let us apply some brakes, and this one minimum application. We don't need much braking for now. Let the wiper only in the lead locomotives. I should have checked this on, but this is like a, you can say almost like a live broadcast. Actually this is not, I didn't selected a scenario from like outside, like no, from a main screen. I am actually doing it on the spot. Let's turn off the wiper for authenticity's sake. You also have cabin lights as well. We don't need those lights. Because once your train is moving, you can't change anything while it's moving. You need to then stop it. Thank God that the checking is happening before I even had. And that is how we do it. That is how what happens in real life when you need to do some checks. This is AI, by the way, so I have to do more checks than what happens in real life. These wipers, they don't turn on automatically like that. Only the lead locomotive has the wiper turned on, for obvious reason, by the way, because you are going to damage the wipers. Okay, so we only need a wipers very less. Okay, it is snowing a lot. Okay, let us reduce it to 21. Just reduce that one also to 21. Normally that person will do this job. And let's turn this to off because we are not going long hood forward. Okay. I guess this might be the final check. Yeah, first timer, by the way. So first time issues. Okay, so this is okay. Single and intermediate unit. We need all the lights to be set properly. otherwise when we set off the lights it's going to create a problem. This doesn't happen in real life if there is a crew changeover happens, by the way. By the way, if you are thinking that I am a train driver, I am not a train driver, I am a gamer, but I have played this game like around 10 years ago, and I have played like Train Simulator 2012, 2013 or 2015, and I have played this route Cajon Pass. It's one of my favorite routes ever. One of many reasons why it compelled me to buy this game, Train Sim World 3. So let's start right now. Okay, so everything has been okay. Thank God I have a driver assist for automatic brake to release. I feel like I am in a hurry, I am in a rush. This game is not for those guys. So from here I will be talking very less. Trust me. And this is how you release the independent brakes. Thank God this happened only in sidings and not on the main line. I hope the weather clears out, just like how I have departed from San Bernardino, because it's too much blizzard right now. Okay, and because of this I can't even see the signals. In real life, however, you... Okay, so wheel slip. Not a good sign. So let us turn on the lead axle sand and the sand to on. And we are going at full speed here, 50 miles per hour. Once the last wagon departs from the siding. Okay, it is not working, sand is not working, so let us throttle it down. In snowfall, however, and in this blizzard, you can't throttle it to like notch it. Actually, I learned all these procedures not only by watching videos and watching Train Sim World 1. I even read an entire manual for this, like how to operate ES44 DC, not C4 but DC, which is C4's closest cousin. It has approximately same track to effort, same horsepower. Yeah, ES44 AC has like much higher horsepower than C4. So it is similar to ES44 DC. So I have followed those instructions. Like it has all the instruction, like if you apply an emergency brake, what you should do. So let's turn off the sand. Let's reserve it for later use. So this is how snowy and blizzardy it is. And if you have a high performance PC, you can render this very easily. Okay, so 60 miles per hour. But we aren't going that speed because of one reason. This track, it is a very short section of track, like roughly around 2 miles. You won't going to be going that fast most of the time. Okay, so this is all uphill climb, by the way, most of the time from here on. Oh my god, it's getting very stormy here. Let's see, wipers. I think I need to crank it up to 50. And if we are going very fast, then we'll have to crank it up to 50, I guess, there as well. Okay, let's keep it to 49. Let's not be that perfect, by the way, because this train is shaking a lot. You might not feel it, but that will also affect your knob. Even I can't feel it, but I can feel the, you know, the effects somewhat, not like in a real train. Oh, okay, I was pretty nervous. I would not going to press this successfully. Oh my god, it's blizzard. Is the headlights set properly? Okay, bright oaks. That is the headlight you need. It's very foggy and it's very snowy. I don't think I guess once we reach the San Bernardino, this snow all going to get cleared. And by the way, this is a two-part series. This first part will go up to Victorville. The second part, however, will be the continuation from Victorville to San Bernardino. The second part will be longer than the first part because the train will be going very fast here in this section, like around 45 minutes. But the second part, it will take around like 2 hours maybe. Okay, so I think the speed is not going to go even further. And by the way, we don't have helper locomotive at the back, at the rear. We only have helper locomotive in the. We don't have helper locomotives which are pushing it though. I think we'll need a helper locomotive. What do you think so? Once we reach the Victorville, because downhill will be much challenging. Let's see if we can get some helper locomotive there. Or I think we can make it without the need for helper locomotives at all. Since we are going downhill rather than uphill. And how long this train is? 72 cars, 5575 tons, 489. It's still manageable. If you have like 14,000 tons train, then that will go very slow. So this part is the most easiest part. I recommend it for beginners. This up to Victorville, by the way. After Victorville, it's very challenging. Not so much up to summit, but after summit, it gets really challenging. It gets really tough. And if you are climbing up the hill through Cajon Pass from San Bernardino, then it's not a challenging at all. The only thing you'll need is you have to wait a lot of time. This train, you know, from certain angle looks like a ship in a sea, just like a Titanic, especially when you have 4 locomotives up in the front. It reminds me of Titanic. Except that this Titanic doesn't make too much pollution. I hope the weather clears out once we like on the way. because I am playing this in like 31st of December. This is the coldest time in like San Bernardino. Okay, so we are having signals. Since I can't see signals normally, in real life we can see signals if you crouch down. So we are seeing the signal like that. Okay, so the speed is higher than comfortable speed. You don't even need too much dynamic brakes, by the way, because the thing is that it's almost uphill. Unlike another route, unlike when you are coming back, if you are coming back from here, you will need lots of dynamic brakes, even at higher speed. Trust me, your dynamic brakes are enough to slow down your train. You don't even need automatic brakes at all. And it's a very long train, by the way, 1.7 kilometers long to be exact. So you can't even see the behind of the train, by the way, back of the train from one side, and it's that long. And there are long trains, by the way, even in India, now that they have built western dedicated freight corridor. There are some parts of it. Even before that we still had long train, but the thing is they don't have this kind of this is intermodal, but they don't have box cars in it. Okay, another uphill. That is the reason why we don't need dynamic brakes, because of that reason only. See, this is all uphill, as you can see. And another thing that this game must do, I guess, is to add in an accelerometer, which will help us a lot while going down the hill in Cajon Pass, because you need to know how much speed that you are like accumulating, how much momentum you are going in. And trust me, in XT40-2 they do have accelerometer, and it's very helpful. But here in this locomotive, for some reason they didn't added that. Last time when I have driven the train at Cajon Pass at say Train Simulator 2012, it was ES44AC, by the way, and this is ES44C4. And by the way, in diesel trains it takes time for you to accelerate. It depends on your engine revving. "21 miles, still a long way to go." I hope the snowfall and rainfall goes away. Sorry, the snowfall. because it's a huge challenge, especially when you don't have visibility or anything. Running train on in a blizzard. Okay, I think we'll need a window heater as well. I forgot to turn it on. Let's see what happens when we turn on the window heaters. I guess it turns the snow into water to be wiped out by the windscreen wipers. I think it's too strong right now. Let's turn it to 100. Trust me, it will work. But it's way too strong. As I have told you, at higher speed you will need more wipers. Even in cars the same thing. Okay. Let us throttle it down so as not to overspeed, by the way. So this is all about like throttle up and throttle down, by the way. Okay, so it looks like it's not going to subside, this weather, this thick weather. The good thing about this route is that the view is amazing. Now it's all snowy and this is how the view looks like, but once it's daytime and it's desert and it's all clear weather, you will definitely love the view, this part. And Dovetail Games have made a better design, have made a great job. I did a great job for making this design, this entire this entire thing. And you can see the hills up back there also. It's so far away, small hills, like the view distance. You won't be seeing that in Trim Simulator 2012 route, as you can see it right now. And you know who is the owner of BNSF? There is it's a company called Berkshire Hathaway, and it is owned by Warren Buffett, and its founder is Warren Buffett. He's a great investor. I have read his books a lot and studied him a lot as a business person. and trust me, you'll love it. You'll love his advice. And another owner who is the owner of Berkshire Hathaway, the parent company of BNSF, is Bill Gates. He owns like half the stake of this game. So what I'm thinking is I should record some part of this video in English and another one in Hindi, like switching back and forth. Like I will also note it down as Hindi and English, like HIN or ENG, something like that, so that you viewers might understand. But I love making videos in Hindi, by the way. It gives me that Kariminati vibe. And if I make it in English, it's not comfortable for me because it's not my first language. Hindi is also not my first language. Konkani is my first language. The language that is spoken in Goa, the state where most tourists prefer to go on a vacation. And by the way, my name is Clyde D'Souza, and I used to be a graphic designer before COVID. After COVID also I did some, but right now I am focusing on this. I am doing it for myself, by the way, graphic designing for my own 2 companies. One is for repairing computers, second one is for real estate. And there is a song, actually nowadays it's blizzard, so I don't feel like singing, but it goes like this. In the desert, on a horse with no name, I had to go right. In the desert, you can't remember the name. I have seen that video of where one person was running Amtrak train in Train Sim World 2012 Cajon Pass route, by the way, the old Cajon Pass, not the current one. And really that is like a meditation for my mind, that video. I don't feel like I should reduce the setting from high to medium, because it will damage the experience. High setting is the best setting for this game. If you go too low, it will look just like Train Simulator Classic graphics wise. If you remove the shadow, then it looks too unnatural to me. I would prefer getting a new graphics card rather than reducing the settings, reducing the quality. I think it will take around 15 minutes or so at this speed, by the way. Not 50 minutes, I guess 20-25 minutes more. I played this route many times over, by the way, so I am pretty used to it. I have not done the shunting scenario of SD40 and all a lot, but the mainline operations, I love the mainline operation because it brings the thrill. But if you are an absolute beginner, I would suggest you should do the mainline operation with SD40-2, the local service, you can say, rather than doing this one, because longer trains, these are much harder to control rather than shorter trains. Shorter trains are much easier to control, and you can even touch the speed limit if you have enough experience. And the one good thing about running a freight train is actually there is no time limit to it. Like you don't, there is no like no, you have to reach there at a specific time like you do in passenger trains. And it also makes it much relaxing as well. Okay, thank God. But the thing is that if that other turn start changing the sound and apply some brake, it will not be emergency brake instantaneously. It will be like a normal brake operation. It's too cold outside. Okay, so another train is going. The good thing is that you can ride those services, by the way, train. This one is an auto rack. You can go by timetable and you will get it, or you can go by, or you can you can take the train from San Bernardino itself, or you can take it by from Victorville as well. Weather is still not getting cleared out yet. Oh, I have exceeded the speed. That is why I don't talk so much. Still it's okay if you exceed the speed to some extent. That is still okay, you won't lose the gold medal. You don't need to drive this train like 100% perfectly. Like it's the end of the world if you make one big mistake. You are not defusing a bomb, by the way. You are just driving a train. And as long as you are in control of the train, it's okay if you are exceeding the speed limits. Especially if you are a beginner and you don't know how to control the train. However, if you feel like you are losing out of control, you can apply some emergency brakes and you need to follow the procedures. And then you need to wait for some time for the brakes to recharge, then off we go. So we are coming closer and closer. This is the most enjoyable part, by the way. You can go at the top speed. The next part, I don't think so I will be going at top speed, by the way, because the main thing is all about controlling the train, and 2.2% gradient is too much for this train as well, and that will be continuing up to San Bernardino. Okay, the blizzard is not going away. I think we have to accept this fact, by the way. It will not go away. I always feel like I should put the horn to make it more realistic, but this game has one glitch that prevents me to do so. Even I cannot operate, you know, horn sequencer. Oh, horn sequencer is working. At some trains, horn sequencers doesn't work, by the way. This one for some reason is working fine. I guess those settings what I did is also the reason why horn sequencers are working. Maybe that might be the reason. But trust me, in some trains it doesn't work at all. And there is a glitch, by the way, especially when you are starting out the new route. But I won't be using those because of another bug where the horn continuously rings if you continuously press it. And you don't need to follow the entire rules, by the way, if you are a newbie or something. Thank God that I have put the window heater. And the reason why we put window heaters is because this one all gets foggy and foggy. Even the wipers cannot remove it because it's on the other side. You need to then wipe it with your towel. But with window heaters, you won't get those fogginess. It's not for snowfall that is falling on the windshield, by the way. Just like in a car or on a bus, the same thing applies on a train as well. We are going at full speed here only, and it's not much gradient. The second part will be the slower part. This train will struggle, by the way, I think so. Or I hope they arrange some helper locomotives here. At Victorville. Okay, so 11 miles. We are not so far away. At this distance, most high-speed trains actually apply the brakes. If you are going at like 300 kilometers an hour or roughly around 200 miles an hour. That's where they start the slowdown. I guess so. I didn't run the high-speed train here in Train Symbol. I will be starting out soon. I'm at max throttle right now. Let's see we have a locomotive in the middle or not. I don't think so we have a locomotive in the middle. This should be done at the start of the scenario. Okay, we don't have locomotives. It's not a heavy train, by the way, so no need for locomotive. And if the train gets too heavy, there is I guess I have read one book also, like there is a weight limit on how much you can carry in this well car. If the double stack container has weight that is more than this, then it becomes a single stack container. If the container is too heavy, by the way, and if the container is light, then it goes into double stack. Yeah, and that is for safety reason, by the way, and obviously you can't exceed the weight limit that it has. So that's why I guess models are much lighter than grain train, ore train or cement train. Those are very heavy trains. Okay, 9.0 miles. We are going to Victorville. Then we will halt, then we will start again. I am still hoping for the snowfall to clear, but it's not clearing yet. And with that much amount of snowfall, applying brakes, you can't apply too much brakes, by the way, because you will get a wheel slip. And once you start getting wheel slip, it takes much longer distance to stop a train or even stop a car or any vehicle than when it doesn't have any wheel slip. It is very similar to the burnout of your tires. Whenever we apply brakes all of a sudden and very fast. And that is also very bad for tires, and the same thing is bad for the wheels as well of this train. Okay, so we'll have to lower the throttle. And it's all uphill climb, by the way, it's not, you won't see downhill. And this is all uphill up to the summit of the Cajon Pass. But this one is a gentler slope. And I guess from Oro Grande it gets more and more steeper. This is just a, you can say, cakewalk. And I think we are reaching the Oro Grande. Oro Grande in Espanol, Spanish. It's still storming up ahead. And I am still looking for a girlfriend. I am single, 29 and still single. I should get married soon. Nowadays it feels like rain is going on everywhere, not only in India but also in Korea and Japan, everything everywhere else. I am seeing video about, I watch ASMR videos and it's all about, rainy season. And I guess South Korea also got some flood. Even in India, in the capital of Delhi, there was flooding going on. Yeah, while there was flooding going on, I stay in Mumbai, by the way, and in Mumbai there was almost no rain. Yeah, while there was flood that side, here there was no rain. Now, after the flood subsided, there is a rainfall going on, heavy rains, by the way. And the thing about this Cajon Pass route is that these controls are not made very realistic. In sand patch grade, however, they made controls very realistic. They have this procedure and all that stuff. I guess a lot of people got intimidated by it, so that's why they only kept it here for aesthetic reasons. It doesn't, like these switches in trailing locomotives, it will not going to affect anything. But in sand patch grade it does. But the only thing that will affect you is this one, banking com, definitely. If you want the helper locomotive to get activated. And basically that is just a way to communicate with the helper to apply that same amount of throttle as before. So we are at the Oro Grande. As you can see, here you fill it up with ores, and trust me, these ores are very heavy. These ore trains are very heavy compared to intermodals. Intermodals are nothing compared to those trains, ores, and those are quite a challenge even with 7 locomotives. Okay, so we are having a yellow signal. I don't need to apply brakes immediately, by the way. But once I reach there, okay, 4.4 miles, 8,000, 7,000. So we are reaching the Oro Grande. This is where everything starts, and it starts and goes up to Hesperia. Like you can say the civilization starts, and this is the satellite town of Los Angeles. Not the part of Los Angeles metropolitan area, but you can say it's like a satellite town, like disconnected from the city of Los Angeles while being connected from a distance. Not directly connected, but from a distance it is connected. Because we are going uphill, the brakes will be applied very easily, very quickly compared to going down the hill. In downhill, you need longer distances to apply brakes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so blinking lights, so that means proceed. Be prepared to slow down. And 35 miles per hour is not the track speed. Okay, I can't see it because it's very fast. But 35 miles are not the speed you get while going on a siding. It is the track speed. Here it goes all of a sudden. Okay, let us apply some brakes. Trust me, our train speed is going to get reduced soon. And since it's a blinking one, next signal will be like 35. Let us release the brakes. Yeah, it happens. You won't going to get, your speed will going to get lower than what the speed limit is. So you can rev it again up to like 30. We'll keep it to like almost 35. Let us take the screenshot. I will be using it for thumbnails. And I will be keeping the speed up to 30 at the next signal. and the reason why is 35 because the turn is quite steep, like the angle is too huge here compared to the gentle angle. I think I talked too much. I was anticipating that I won't talk that much. But actually in real life I can't talk that much very well. I run out of things a lot. So what are your tips? What should I do when we run out of things to say? When other side feels bored? Leave comments down below. Yeah, because I need help regarding that. So this is the steepest curve ever. You can't go that fast, like 55 miles an hour in this curve, by the way. And here the speed is going to get reduced. It will no longer be like continuous 55. Okay, so the signal is arriving. This is a rail bridge. I guess that is a road bridge. Okay, we have yellow signal here. We are going to be reducing the, we will be applying some brakes. We are not going at 45 by the way. I'll have to stop at Victorville. I will be applying brakes, I guess, at 2000 feet. And I am not seeing any red signal or something like that. So the signal is pretty far away, I guess. So the snowfall isn't cleared yet, but we managed to do it. Let us apply some brakes. I think we'll require 48% brakes and it takes a long time to apply the brakes, by the way. It's not very fast. Because here it will show the rear brakes. It still says 80 because we don't have helper locomotive. Even if you have a helper locomotive and that locomotive applies brakes, you still need to have the same pressure at middle one portion, which is not shown here, which will never be shown here. but still it applies. Okay, I hope I may hit the bullseye. Yeah, I hit the bullseye. Yeah, which is a rather lucky shot. I guess I got very experienced. So this is it. Thank you guys for watching. This is Clyde D'Souza here from Elon Gaming, and I hope you like this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just the part 1. Part coming soon for part 2, so stay tuned for this. And if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, if you have any feedback, if you have any suggestion, do comment me down below, and subscribe for more updates like this, and help this channel grow, help my company grow. And see you next time. Bye bye.